So why do you want to be a physical therapist? Probably going to hear that question from your family members or your friends, and especially during physical therapy school interviews or with your application essay. And in this video, I'm going to share why I became a physical therapist. And I'm not here to sway you one way or another, but I do want to share my thought process because hopefully it helps you think through that question as well. And if we haven't met before, I'm Tim Fraticelli. I'm a physical therapist by training, but I transitioned to this career path in 2013 after I worked in finance for 5 years. And I'm often asked that question, why did I make that change to physical therapy? So I figured I'd share some of the insights on my journey from finance to physical therapy, and in a way back to finance. I'll share more about that at the end, so be sure to stick around for those details. Now, if you're around college age, there's a big emphasis around choosing a career. And I'm going to let you in on a secret. It's not uncommon for people who are 30, 40, or 50 to still struggle with this idea of finding a career. And a lot of times you'll stumble across physical therapy, which is probably why you're watching this video. But for me, when I finished high school and I went right into college, I thought I'd pursue a career in healthcare. I wasn't exactly sure of what it would be, but after my first semester in college, I was majoring in biology. I quickly realized that I did not enjoy learning about biology, zoology, organic chemistry, although no one really likes organic chemistry unless you're a psychopath. But anyways, when I realized that your college major doesn't really matter all that much if you're going into healthcare, as long as you've completed the prerequisite classes, I decided to change my major to something that I was just actually interested in. So I changed my major to business. And not too long after changing my major, I realized that I really enjoyed learning about business, studying finance, economics, marketing, and it was all really fascinating to me. I just love the numbers and the calculations, and especially the behavioral aspects of economics and sales. So when I finished college, I started my first job in finance. And for 5 years, I worked as a retirement planning consultant, working with clients on their investments and their saving strategies and retirement planning. And during that time, I finished my MBA, and I really enjoyed the work that I was doing for the most part. Now, this was back during the Great Recession, 2008-2009, and I found that I really loved to teach and to write about personal finance. So I started to build some blogs and websites on the side, which eventually turned into a viable business that helped to really shape how I got to where I am today. And around that time, my wife wanted to pursue medical school, so she started on her long journey while I worked in finance and I grew my online businesses, which was really fun and exciting. But while she was in school, I still had this curiosity about healthcare. Specifically, I had just started learning more about physical therapy, and I thought that was a really interesting job that many of my friends from college were pursuing. And sometimes when you just keep thinking about opportunities, it's worth investigating more, so I decided to research it a little bit more, and I actually shadowed a physical therapist in the clinic, which is something that I recommend anyone does if they are interested in physical therapy. And personally, I just loved it. I felt challenged by it, and I decided to pursue it because I thought I would combine my business background and eventually open up my own clinic one day. And so that's how the transition from finance to physical therapy started. It's not because I didn't like business or finance. It was just that I was fascinated with healthcare, and I decided to learn more about it. And to answer that question, why did you want to be a physical therapist? My reason was this. I was fascinated that someone could be an expert in all the muscles and the joints of the body and then work together to help people return to being active, whether that's after a surgery or simply after an injury. And I really believed in a healthcare model that teaches people how to take an active role in improving their health. And something I saw firsthand through my shadowing was that my ability to connect with people quickly would really help to establish the trust that is such a key component of patient education and treatment. So for me, I felt like my interests and my strengths, they really aligned perfectly in physical therapy, so I decided to run towards the challenge, and I'm really glad that I did. And at that time, my online businesses were doing well enough to partially support us, and so I decided just to pursue physical therapy school, which here in the United States is a 3-year full-time doctorate degree. And I realized that our situation is different than most, and that not everyone is in a position to generate income while going back to school, but that's one of the supporting reasons why I decided to take the risk of changing careers to pursue a 3-year full-time DPT program. Now, I'm really grateful to have completed my DPT and to be a practicing physical therapist, but I do realize something that I think is really important for you to understand, which is this. Landing on one job or one career wasn't necessarily the answer for me. And for a lot of people, choosing a single career and then working at it for 20 plus years, that's normal, but I guess I'm not really normal, but I realize it's okay to have multiple interests, multiple businesses and different skill sets because they ultimately shape the work that you enjoy doing. I enjoy being a PT, and I still love business and finance, and I don't consider my shift in careers to mean that I gave up on one thing to pursue another interest. And if anything, it's helped me to realize that I've got a unique opportunity to use my background in finance and healthcare to help educate medical professionals on the basics of personal finance and how to improve your overall financial health. And if you follow this channel for a while, you know that I enjoy talking about the financial side of a career in physical therapy. And as I alluded to in the beginning of this video, the shift from finance to PT back to finance is something that I'm excited to share because it affects you guys and this channel. See, my goal here is to start producing more videos that are related to improving your financial health, which includes paying down debt, increasing your income, building investments, and all the things they don't teach you in medical school or PT school about business and personal finance. So if that sounds interesting to you, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you're on the fence about becoming a physical therapist, or you think you'll regret the next career choice, I think you'll find this next video to be helpful right here. Hey, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in that video.